I'm a swimmer and a runner, but I haven't combined the two and with navigation before. So it's going to be pretty exciting to be able to mold them all together in a multi-day event.
It will be a hard time to keep the direction and navigation swimming during the dark hours.
It's a 250-kilometer course, but that's only if you get your route choices right. So it could be a lot worse if you go in the wrong direction.
One of the toughest races in the world.
Not all teams will cross the finish line in this race.
I could push through anything for my teammates.
It is an experiment because no one knows what's going to happen.
When creating One Water Race, I wanted to add navigation and orienteering as a dimension to it. I wanted not only for the racers to be good prepared from a physical and mental perspective, but also when it comes to the knowledge of the terrain, the forest, the nature. So that's a really, really important part, I would say, of One Water Race.
I love the navigation side of the One Water Race. 250 kilometres of complex challenges on land and water, nighttime, daytime, different weather conditions, and always needing to use your brain. You're always like this close away from losing the race by making a bad mistake.
The navigation and the orienteering will be a true challenge on this one, and I think that will separate the teams.
That one is that one. So aim for that one.
Me as a support, I will help the team with the navigation when I meet them, and that will be in the entrance in the water and the exit out of the water before they start to cross the islands.
Men vi har inte gått här. Det går inte.
At the time when you don't know where you are and trying to find yourself on a map with shitloads of islands, and everything almost looks the same, it will take you a very long time to find where you are and where you're going. So it's extremely important to have a close map contact. You cannot just let the map go and keep running in the wrong direction.
So literally like right there.
So is there a steep downhill? It goes this way.
We have been creating our own maps because that's a really crucial part of the race. The maps need to be so accurate and so specific, so that's really important.
The quality of the maps really helps reduce the advantage of the local teams because we can rely on our skills and not just local knowledge.
Acá.
Allá está la
¿Seguro?
Allá es esta la goa.
Ok, Rubo. De cualquier manera tenemos que ir para allá.
No.
Nunca para allá.
No, pero primero tenemos que rodear esto.
No.
Hoy esta bahía, Tiago.
When you have really detailed maps, you've got to take the blame yourself for any mistakes. So you can't just say, oh, but the map was wrong. You have to take more ownership.
Let's look at map really quick. Can you pull it out?
Navigating during the daytime can be quite easy, but the race really starts when the sun goes down and it gets dark.
We did the swamp. I thought we saw one of those fingers, so they're pretty close.
You can only see as far as your headlight throws a beam, and that really cuts down your ability to visualize the terrain. And ultimately, the race will be won and lost during the nighttime legs.
Are there? So we just follow this blue dot?
Yeah. During the nighttime, you've really got to bring your skills back to a basic level. And that means choosing route choices that are much easier navigation-wise, even if they're longer. So you're trying to limit your mistakes as much as possible.
I think the challenges in this part of the race coming up is the navigation. That'll be a big challenge at night. It's going to be really hard. It's going to be dark in the forest.
Go ahead, slightly to the left, slightly to the left. Yeah, to the rock over there in between the trees. With the checkpoint, you can see it almost.
Mandatory stop, guys. So feet, energy, all right? We've got the next, we're going to go through the night now, okay? We've got a 600 metre swim, then you're going to have a lot of running with some short swims.
Hit them as short as you can.
Short as you can? Okay.
On this island on the other side, we call it Hell Island because the terrain is incredible. They will be there for hours, for sure.
The dark is where nightmares are.
The point in the race when it was this first night, it was dark, rainy, and we got caught by two teams. I mean, mentally, it was just like took the wind out of us.
So the navigation went from easy to hard. Night one, we were on Urumuru, some very difficult off-track navigation, and that was actually where we excelled and caught back up to the leaders.
We came together for a brief period, probably half an hour. They went one way and we kept going in the other, and we watched their lights disappear into the darkness.
The way that Daniel handled that moment right then was probably the moment that we won the race. He made a decision not to follow the teams. We took our own path. That navigation gave us a 20-minute lead within seconds, and then it was just, from then on, we just rolled away from them.
It's not like we even need the map, we're just moving, but dang.
Lack of sleep makes you like a less good navigator, of course.
When you're really tired, you can start getting sleep monsters, which is where you're actually seeing things in the terrain that don't really exist. And particularly come third morning of the One Water race, it's very hard to keep yourself motivated and concentrating all the time, so that can lead to mistakes.
To be a swimmer in the water and to navigate at night, it's a really difficult task.
Navigating in the swimming, it's very important to take out the right direction and then to point out landmarks in one way or another. If it's dark, use stars, whatever light you can find, and then you just aim for that.
Adriel, you're going to the wrong island. Keep right.
It's really important to know where you're swimming, have your head out of the water, and take as much feedback as you can from your support boat.
If you don't have a plan when you enter the swim, or if you don't know what direction or where to go, you will definitely end up in the wrong place. That's very easy.
For this particular race, I don't think there's a room for any failure at all. I think we have to be pretty straightforward and on point with the navigation. It will be that fast, and the other teams are that good.
If you fail in navigation and orienteering, it doesn't matter how strong or how fast you are, you will lose the race.